Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. Back at it again with the quick taming series. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually tame the Megachelin, or what's more commonly going to be called the giant turtle. Now, there's a whole lot of misinformation going around on YouTube about this tame being bugged. That's not the case. Now, it's understandable because I thought it was bugged too to begin with, but I'll show you guys how to actually tame it. It is possible. It's really annoying. On top of showing you guys how to actually tame it, I want to dive a little bit deeper into the actual, what the turtle can do. We're going to test out the building. We're going to test out the turret damage with saddles and all kind of stuff like that. So stay tuned until the end of the video if you're interested in that. If you're just interested in how to tame it, that should be the first part of the video. So yeah, let's get right into it. So as I said, it's a super annoying tame. I'm not even going to lie to you. So what you're going to need for this one, I would probably recommend scuba gear, definitely. And you're going to want some kind of dino that can kill a whole bunch of wild dinos in the ocean. So depending on how lucky or unlucky you actually get, you're going to need to kill quite a few sharks, eels, mosasaurs, all that kind of stuff. So having a water tame for yourself would be really beneficial. So the first step in all of this is locating a swarm inside of the ocean. So it's a lot like the bog zone where you get insect swarms, although they're actually fish swarms in the ocean. The only place I've been able to find them is that really deep ocean, which is annoying because the turtles are located at the surface of the ocean. So you can see on the screen what they look like now. They're kind of like glowing white, like specks on the screen. And if you spyglass them, they're just little tiny fish. So what you're going to need to do, guys, is lure one of these all the way up to one of the giant turtles that you want to tame, which actually takes a really long time because the swarm moves insanely slowly, and you're going to be getting attacked by dinos at the same time, so you have to go and deal with that, and then come back and keep luring the swarm. It's a really long process. So once you actually lure the swarm onto the turtle, you don't really have to do anything. Like from what I could see, all you need to do is just kind of swim next to the turtle and just wait. I tried piking the swarm to make it go faster. I couldn't really tell if it was helping or not, to be honest. You guys can see here me piking it down, and you can see the percentage going up insanely slowly. So they are really long tames, and please note this one is a low level, so I would hate to see how long it actually takes for a 150. I did manage to ride on its back for a while, which was kind of chill, and then I realized that if they take damage, the taming effectiveness is reset. So it's a really tedious tame. I guess that's how it should be, because apparently they're really strong soaking dinos. Now, one other thing I wanted to show you is you can tame them passively by feeding them food. Now, you can't actually reach. Like, if you want to do this method, you need to use Ghost, which is an admin command, and fly inside of the turtle. You can see here that I can feed it using the food in my last inventory slot. Now, I checked with a dev, and this is not intended. The intended way to tame them is by using the swarm, as I showed you guys. I've also heard of some people knocking them out as well, but their torpor goes up really slowly, so I don't recommend that. Just stick to the swarm method, guys. It's annoying, but that's the way it's intended to be done. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm just going to go ahead and force tame one now, and then we'll jump into the actual exploration. We'll test out the building. We'll see if you can put forges on its back and turrets and all that kind of stuff, and then we'll test out the soaking as well. All right, so we've got this one here from the intro. The first thing I want to say is, yes, they can be cryopoded. A lot of people think they're just stuck in the water. It's not the case at all. You just cryopod them up and you can move them around. They do walk insanely slow, so you're definitely going to need a cryopod if you want to move them around. They gather berries and stuff as well, and also they knock down a lot of trees when they walk around. They're big boys, these turtles. So the first thing we're going to test is building on its back. Let's take a look at that now. Check if we can put turrets down. We'll check if we can put forges, and then we'll see if we go in the water, does the forges still burn and stuff like that. I got a few questions and got asked to try that kind of stuff out. So it's pretty flat up here. Foundations just snap nicely. Let's take a look if you can actually hang them off the edge. So it doesn't look like you can build too close to the edge. Let's see if you can actually protect the rider with a foundation. So that's kind of the limit. That's as far as you can go. You cannot cover yourself unless you can do a ceiling. Can you do a ceiling? So you can put a ceiling there, but you can't put a foundation there. That might protect you. I'm not too sure. Can you wall down from this? Can you clip into the turtle? Let's have a look at that. Yeah. So I guess you're going to have to build some kind of weird box like this, guys, if you're trying to soak head on. Shouldn't be too bad because you could just back up. These things are huge. Just build some foundations, and then we'll get one of every turret, and we'll see if we can place those on the back. So let's take a look. Can we place heavies? Cannot be placed on a platform. Tech turrets. Requires placement on the floor. This is the floor. Doesn't look like you can place tech turrets, and normal turrets requires placement on a floor as well. So it doesn't look like you can actually put turrets on the turtle. That's fine, I guess. Let's go ahead and do the forges as well. So we want one normal forge, one indie forge. No indie forges on the platform. Let's go ahead and light up the forges and then see if they work underwater. I'll jump out of creative mode and we'll see if I can breathe while riding the turtle. All right, let's get this boy into the water. It's going to take us a while. I'm assuming they take fall damage. Let's see if you can swim with your forges going. You probably can't. Oh God. They definitely take fall damage. To submerge on a turtle, you press C and you can sink yourself down. Are the forges still burning? Yes, they are. So you can still smelt metal and stuff underwater on your turtle. As long as you're close to the turtle's back, all these bubbles here coming out of it give you air, so your oxygen doesn't actually go down, as you can see there. So yeah, your stamina and oxygen are both safe as long as you're near your turtle. You can ride it endlessly without needing to worry about getting air, which is kind of nice. Oh, the fires actually went out, guys. My mistake. So you cannot actually use your forges underwater. I thought it was interesting. Someone asked me to try it out, so there you go. I tried it out for you. All right, so we tested out the building. The next thing I want to kind of try out is the turret damage. Like, apparently these guys take some seriously reduced damage from turrets. If they get hit in the shell, I believe it's quarter damage. And if they get hit in the head, I think they take double damage. So with a primitive saddle, I've heard they're taking like around 100 damage from a heavy turret, which is just crazy. We're going to go ahead and try that out now as well. Let me just find some flat land where I can build some turrets. Up here looks fine. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pump up the health a little bit. You can see the health scales really, really well. I don't know if that's intended or not, to be honest. Like, this one was level 10, I think it was. And you can already see that its health is going up, like, really high. I am quite curious to know if veggie cakes actually heal them. So we're going to spawn in a veggie cake. We'll spawn in a couple and see if we can actually heal our turtle that way. So do they eat cakes? It doesn't look like it, which is good, because if these things ate cakes, that'd be a little bit OP. I guess you could just heal them with a snow owl anyway. All right, so I've got a heavy turret over there, guys. It's on medium range. It's got a bunch of bullets in it. We're going to go ahead and test now how much damage the turtle takes. We're going to try primitive saddle, then we're going to try 35 armor, 51 armor, and then eventually 100 armor, and we'll see how much damage he takes from all of those. I've heard they're very OP, so we're going to have to test that out ourselves now. All right, so right now, guys, it looks like it's taking just over 100 damage per hit with the primitive saddle. It's getting hit in the shell, so that's the reduced damage. That's quarter damage. So with quarter damage, it's around 100 damage a hit with a primitive saddle. Let's go ahead and chuck on the 50 armor and check how much damage it takes with that. It should be, I guess, halved, right? All right, so we're getting hit in the shell, as you can see by the blood spatter. Yeah, it's around 60 to 70 damage per hit with the 51 armor saddle from a heavy turret. Let's go ahead and try out the 100 armor. Like, I'm not too sure if you can get these kind of saddles. Like, I don't know how high the saddles are going to be on official. So let's take a look at the 100 armor. So 100 armor in the shell, as you can see by the blood spatter. Oh, we're taking just over 40 damage a hit. I believe it's 42 damage a hit. Which is just crazy. I feel like these things are going to be really OP for offlining people. Obviously, if you're online and some guy's soaking you with a giant turtle, it shouldn't be too hard for you to push them back. I'm pretty sure a Giga would just eat through this thing really easily. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I really wanted to test on the giant turtle. As I said, I just wanted to clear up the confusion that the tame was actually bugged. A lot of people seem to believe that it was. It's not bugged at all. These things are going to be really OP soakers for offline bases. All right, so one last thing before I end the video. It's another very common question that I get on the taming guides is, can the dinos be mated? So we're going to test that out now. I just went and tamed a female, and by tamed, I mean force tamed, because yeah, no way I'm going through that process again. So there we go. Please don't fall off the edge. We got a male and a female. Can we enable mating on them? Enable mating. Yes, we can. It requires deeper water. So you have to breed them in the deep water. Okay. We're going to give that a go. I kind of want to see what the babies look like. There's going to be some pretty scary giant turtle breed lines out there once people actually put the effort into taming them. So we're going to head down to the ocean. We're going to check out the babies and yeah, find out whether or not they're eggs. Enable mating on them. Is this deep enough? I hope it's deep enough. No, it's not deep enough. We're so far down in the ocean. That's crazy. Do you need to actually be on the ocean floor? It's kind of weird because these dinos are on the surface. Like, you find them on the surface of the water. Is that like some kind of real life type of thing? Like, do tortoises give birth at the bottom of the ocean? Someone let me know in the comments. I've seen Finding Nemo, but I don't know how accurate that actually is. So either way, let's continue on down to the bottom of the ocean. So you can actually go a lot deeper than I was. So let's go all the way down here and give it a go. They pretty much have to be meshed inside of each other to actually mate. Kind of annoying if you're trying to breed like a lot of them at the same time, but either way. All right, there we go. So it's an egg. We actually got an egg. All right, so you can actually pick up the egg and move it around, no problem. I wonder if you have to hatch it at the bottom of the ocean. Okay, so this is the coldest spot I know of on the map, guys. I came here for a mission. It's minus 14 degrees. We're under the ice in the water. This should work. Like, if this doesn't work, I don't know how to hatch the egg. It's still too hot. All right, so after some intense trial and error, like about 30 minutes, you would think I was smart enough to just leave the egg where it was and it was incubating, but I decided to take it all around the map and try to hatch it in other places. The only way you're able to hatch this egg, guys, is the very deep ocean. You see at the top left there how my map says the Scar. That's the only place I've been able to incubate it. We're going to speed this up. We're going to take a look at the baby and then we're going to wrap up this video. There we go, guys. The turtle has finally hatched. I wonder what it actually eats. I got the magma one wrong. Let's put some meat in its inventory and see if it actually eats some. Yeah, it's eating the meat, as you can see there. But there you go. That's all there is to know about the giant turtle. But otherwise, guys, that's it for the video. Stay tuned for the last taming video, which is probably going to be the space whale. And then I'll probably move on to base locations as well as my own Genesis series. Otherwise, thanks for watching. That's the end of the video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.